I'm Terrance Laird, and I got next.
SLT Nation, welcome back to probably my most glorious episode of Sports Life Talk. You got next. We promised y'all some of the best athletes on the planet. And I heard you. I know some of y'all saying, them boys out there out of Dallas ain't talking about nothing. But I'm going to tell you what. Today we went out and we didn't just get you an athlete. We brought you the fastest man on U.S. soil. That's right. The kid just recently ran a 9.8. He got the second fastest time in LSU history. We got Terrance Laird in the building. How you doing today, Terrance?
Doing good. Appreciate the invitation.
Man, we appreciate you for accepting it. I am your host, the Mouth of the South, B. Jones. Anybody who's been rocking with us for the longest know I'm a diehard LSU fan. So today is a very, I don't even know if I'm a fan guy right now. Right now, I'm just a fan of what I see on the screen. I'm rocking with my co-host, a Florida Gator fan, Coach Kev. How you doing today, Kevin?
You know what? I'm feeling good, B. Jones. This is your episode. I want you to just have a great time representing LSU, the Bayou Bengals, the Tigers. Yeah.
Go Tigers. Can I get a Go Tiger out of you? Can you just say Go Tigers? Go
Tigers.
I got you, man.
All right. And then after you say it, go put on your yellow and purple shirt that I know you got.
Okay, so
right.
I got you. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Go get it.
All right, before we get to the fastest man on U.S. soil, we want to thank y'all for coming by, checking out our channel for the first time. It means a lot for us to be here. Kevin, I could not do this without you. We really significantly need your support on the count of 3 and keeping up with tradition. We want everybody out there underneath the sound of my voice to smash that subscribe button, and let's keep this movement going. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Now you just registered yourself to get all kind of great content because we're gonna keep up with Mr. Laird if we can, and we got all kind of other stuff coming down the pipeline for you as well. But without further ado, speed, don't look back, Terrance. Speed, don't look back, sir. How you feeling today, man?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first reached out to you, I had just heard word that we had a guy down at LSU who was doing amazing things. And I said, how did I miss this? And I know, listen, LSU, we've had a historic program for track going back for decades, right? I think it was Pat Henry. Now we got Coach Shavely's taking over. But then when I saw your film, I said, man, this dude is the truth. You are the future of the United States track sprint team, and you are in the building, man. How does it feel to win all of these events, all of these track accolades? I mean, what is going on, Mr. Laird?
I mean, I feel like, job's not finished. We still have nationals next week, and, we're trying to win the team title. So all that stuff in the past doesn't mean anything if you can't do it at the big show. If you can't get it done when it's crunch time.
Well, you know what? We're going to touch on that in 1 second, Terrance. But before we get you going, you got to be initiated. You prepared? I know you ain't afraid of a little couple of questions, huh?
No, sir.
There it is. Get them going, Kel.
Shoot, man, get them going. I'm trying to get a 50-yard head start. All right, so to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 hip-hop artists.
All right, so probably Meek Mill, for sure. Because I'm from Philadelphia. It has to be Meek Mill. I would say Jadakiss, got to be up there. Jadakiss. Tupac. I'd have to say probably Dr. Dre after that. And probably Dave East. I'm a real Northeast guy.
Yeah.
Dave
I
East.
think is that the first Dave East that we've got?
I know that's for the first Dave East, but I think me and him, I think we may have had one other person, Terrance. I'm a Jada fan too. Yeah, so you're kind of young to be a Jada fan though.
My uncles and my dad growing up. That's you Northeast. You hear DMX, LOX, all that. All that stuff from Northeast. So it's like, I didn't hear much like Lil Wayne. You heard Lil Wayne, but like for the most part, you hear New York rappers. Now I would say Nas is up there, but you know, he's a little bit before my time, so I don't really listen to him as much. But definitely like Jadakiss, you know, LOX, you know, DMX, you know, that whole kind of that late '90s, early 2000s mix.
Did you rock with Benny Siegel at all? I know he's from Philly.
A little bit, not as much.
Well, I was gonna tell you, if you go back into the archives, hey, Jadakiss ate Benny Siegel up. It was a classic battle. They had, it was a real nasty little battle, kind of like how Meek went at Drake. Yeah. They had Jadakiss and Benny Siegel had a little beef going on at one point in time.
All right, so give us some of your favorite sports teams.
All right, so for the NFL, I'm a Panthers fan. For the basketball, I'm a Celtics fan. And then baseball, I'm a Brewers fan, Milwaukee Brewers. That's probably the three sports I watch. I don't really watch hockey like that. Soccer, I don't really watch soccer, but I guess three major sports teams, that's my teams.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
I can probably say the Incredible Hulk. I'd say that has for sure the Incredible Hulk.
Why?
Now, why the Hulk?
I would say just he's always the strongest, you know, like, you know, who could beat him? You know, he's just the strongest, and I feel like he just got better, you know, with rage. So like he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. You just can't beat him. He's unbeatable.
So you run angry? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't run angry, but I feel like, you know, the more you practice, the better you get. The more, you know, the better you're gonna be at meets, and the more unstoppable you're gonna be. That's how I feel. You know, kind of that mentality.
Okay, so every good superhero needs their own theme music. So what would yours be?
I'd say Dreams and Nightmares. Sure, Meek Mill. Dreams and Nightmares. I mean, that song. I hear that song. Like, I'm gonna say I'm immortal, but like it just that kind of just gets. And when you warm up at the track meet, it's just like, okay, you know what time it is. It's like, you know, business.
All right, B. Jones, before I turn it over to you, Terrance, do you think if you gave me a 50-yard head start that you can come back and give me?
In a 100-meter dash or 100-yard dash?
100-yard dash.
I'm gonna say maybe. I'm not gonna, you know, be too. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say maybe. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Nah, listen, Kev. I had to watch. I probably watched over 2 hours worth of this guy's film, and I'm gonna be honest, Terrance. There are some races you come out of the block slower than everybody else. They'll beat you to the 10-meter mark. Yeah. But by the time you get to that 50-meter mark, I mean, you just run them down, dog. Yeah. And I mean, you do it so effortlessly. You do it with a straight face. I honestly thought that you were going to be kind of bouncing off the wall like I am, but you like a real calm, cool demeanor guy, man. Where does that come from? Where does this relaxed old soul come from?
I think just relaxed. I mean, it's just track and field is not like football or basketball. You know, you can't go out here and score 30 points. Like if you're a basketball like KD, LeBron, you kind of go out there, you know your place. Track and field, one day you can run, you win, next day you lose. It's like you gotta be on your A game every day. So you just gotta keep, you know, that same mentality every day. You can't be, I want one race, nobody can beat me. Then you go out there and get beat, you look stupid. So I feel like just keeping the same energy, same mentality each meet, you know, that's how you know how you gotta roll. You know, track and field, you know, it's, you know, it's anybody's race, you know, so you gotta just come with the right mindset and come with the right energy, you know, and handle your business.
All right, Terrance, we got to get emotional a little bit. So everybody break out the violin music, man. And I hope I don't put you in too much of an emotional situation. I saw a story in which you were, before your high school, your mom left you in a hotel for 6 months alone. You had to go through 4 different high schools in a 3-year span. Tell us a little bit about that coming up, man.
I would just say just my mom, she was just interested in other things, right? You know, she was just very, you know, she had other priorities, best word to use. So with her having other priorities, she isolated me from other family. So instead of me living with, you live with your aunts and uncles, I had no other resources because, you know, I'm 15. You know, I have no phone, you know, because at this point, you know, like, you know, I have no phone, I have no money to pay for a phone. And I've seen her from time to time during that 6-month period, but, you know, I was still, you know, going to school, still, you know, but I was like very shy, you know, because normally I'm really outspoken, very, you know, energetic, everybody knows me. I was just kind of in my own shell, you know, just kind of just doing my own thing. And for me, it was just kind of like I had to grow up, you know, I kind of got a taste of the real world, you know, everything's not just peaches and cream, everything's not you just a little kid, you know, everything's gonna be handed to you. So I think going forward, that just kind of showed me, you know, who, you know, I won't say who's real and who's not real, but like who's going to be there for you and who's not going to be there for you. And I feel like, you know, it was just an ultimate life lesson going, you know, forward, you know, just kind of, you know, if I can't do it with, you know, I don't need help. I kind of do it my own. If I can't do it on my own, I can't do it at all, you know, because having help, if you always have to lean on somebody, you know, then you're going to have to struggle when you have to do it on your own. So I think, just kind of learning from that, experience, going forward, it was a really good life lesson for me.
But the life lessons don't stop at that point. Yeah. Now you go to Penn State. You leave Penn State, you go to Hines. Yeah. You leave Hines and you go to LSU. I mean, man, you've had start, stop, and then you get to LSU and it's like you explode on the scene, man. Tell us about this journey and how you've been able to just brace yourself and stay locked in and stay focused at every step and every venture and continue to thrive and excel, even though all the cards technically haven't been given to you the way other kids have.
I think just biggest, just kind of, when I get to, I guess you would say a stop, I have success, right? So you kind of like, I'm a competitor, I want to win. So when you get that, it's kind of like addiction. You get that little bit of excess of that addiction. I want it more, I want it again. So instead of, some people are just content. I do a little bit like you said, JUCO, All-American, runner-up. I got runner-up. So I had that little bit of success. So I'm like, okay, I'm hungry for more. So I went to LSU. Then, I won indoor before the pandemic. I was number one going into indoor nationals, and the pandemic hit. So it's like the pandemic hit, so I was even more like I got a little bit of success, and then it hit again. So like I feel like every time I do real well, there's some type of adversity that hits me. Which a lot of people, when people get adversity, they go crazy, they just lay down, they just give up. For me, I feel like first it hits me, it's just like you get like the Hulk. I get stronger, I get better, just because I'm fighting through whatever hurdles, whatever adversity is in my way. And I feel like that is just, kind of helps me, because if I didn't have any adversity, I would really not say I won't have any motivation, but there would be that extra, extra 5% I put in each thing, each day, each, workout, each practice, I wouldn't be able to do without that adversity.
So why LSU? You could, and I know, listen, I kind of understand why LSU, because I'm from Louisiana and I know how much track and field and sports means to the state of Louisiana. But you a Northeast kid. You just got finished talking about Dave East and Meek Mill and you went to Penn State. Why LSU, man?
I think just I talked to my JUCO coach and I said, I have, all these schools. You named me one school, they were interested. I told him to point me in the right direction, and he pointed me to LSU. And I took a visit, talked to Coach Tabor. He laid out the plan for me. I said, okay, it's done deal. It was kind of just what his plan was for me is what I had envisioned my plan for myself. So it was kind of already like a match made in heaven. And it's, it was, as you can see I think it was a good route me coming here. Now for me personally, I think if I went to any school, I'd had success just because of the competitor I am and just how I'm going to work. But I think LSU is that 100% efficiency of the decision. Not going to went to Florida State, Oregon, USC, and done well. But I feel like LSU was the place I'd have done the best at.
Yeah, we keep burners on there. We keep some track stars, man. So now, what did Dennis say? First off, what's the name of the guy who recruited you, who told you to come to LSU? Because I owe him a Tips Treats or a edible arrangement or something.
So his name is Reginald Dillon. He's a head track and field coach at Hines CC.
Shout out Coach Reginald. Thank you, Coach Reginald. LSU Nation is very, very, very happy about that. Now, how do you maintain this figure with all this good food down here on the bayou, brother? Look, I'm carrying all your weight, Terrance.
I mean, for me, it's just I eat a lot, but I think it's just you have to manage what you eat, and I feel like our nutritionist center and our nutritionists really help, kind of divvy out, you get this, eat this, you eat that, you eat this, you eat that. I think, once I'm done track, I'm going to have my good fair share and going chow down. But I feel, right now, I just got to be mentally and, obviously, I have to fight my desires to eat, certain foods. I can't eat this much of this or this much of that. So kind of just, just being mentally locked in on the task at hand is really what holds me back from, going crazy.
And just in case any of y'all are wondering, nationals are June the 9th through the 12th, right?
Yes, sir. Next.
Are they in Oregon?
Friday. Yeah, Eugene, Oregon. Oh man, it's gonna be madness. I think we got 34 Tigers going down there total, or is it 19 Tigers? So 19 women, 15 men.
15 men. That's right. Now, what is your relationship like with Noah Lyle? Because I see you taking the world by storm right now. You running these 19s left and right. You even mentioned on camera that your best 200 is yet to come. You don't even feel like you've peaked yet for the 2021 track season. But I mean, there's some stuff. That 200 group in the United States is loaded, brother. Yeah. So do you know Noah Lyles and some of these other great guys?
I met him indoor in high school. I raced against him. He was a senior. I think I was a sophomore, and he had beat me. You know, I was new to the scene. He was senior. You know, he was, it was kind of his, senior year, everything. But besides that, I've only seen him about once or twice. And he's a great competitor, great athlete, great person. And I think, just us competing against each other is going to make both of us better. I just think, it's kind of like, KD and LeBron. You're both great athletes, but they push each other, So I feel like there's everybody's like, oh, do you like Noah or not? I said, I really don't know the man to say I don't like him. And regardless, we're Team USA. So at the end of the day,
that's right.
When it comes to, going forward, we're Team USA. So we're trying to represent our nation. The better he does is the better it represents our nation. So I feel like, I have no animosity, no beef, nothing. I want to beat him, obviously, and he wants to beat me. That's just a competitor to me. But I think, being how good, the USA 200 group is, I think it's really going to push both of us, to do great things.
8.87 in the 4x100 was your final leg. So my final question to you would be, coach comes up to you, y'all in Tokyo, you on the 4x100 team, and he tells you, which slot do you want? Which leg are you running on our current US team? Where do you want to be?
I'll run any leg, just because I'll be blessed to be on the relay. But if we had a leg, I'd pick anchor leg, just because it's just the easiest leg to run. And I think, if somebody's ahead of me, I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna find out a way to catch him. I'm getting first. And if somebody's behind me, I just think personally, I don't think anybody in the world besides Usain Bolt can run me down 100 meters. And obviously,
they can't.
So
yeah,
I think
they can't.
I think that's what it is.
At the Texas relays, when you ran down that kid from Houston, did he have like semen in his shoes or something? It was like you was just, I don't know, like you had a jet or something in your cleats. Brother, you just passed this man up. He had a good 3 to 4 meters on you.
I think it's just determination. You want to win the race, and you want to win on your own track. So you just got to figure out. You got to find a way. It's just like, you want to win. You want to win the game. You want to win the meet. You want to win that race. So by any means necessary. There's just it boils down to that. I don't want to lose, especially not to Houston. No disrespect to Houston, but it's just I don't want to lose.
Kev, I got one more question. My bad.
Do you think?
I want everybody to look at his bib. A bib is the numbers on his shirt, right? And I noticed the trend. You sent me a lot of pictures, and I noticed in a lot of the videos, you wear your bib upside down. What is that about?
Just being different. Nobody did it before, so nobody, I just want to be different, And I think what the biggest thing, it shows that you can be different without being negatively impacted, right? I think, one thing in this world now in 2021, it's okay to be different, It's okay to be an outsider or outside that box that the society puts you in. So I think, everybody's supposed to put your bibs on. Everybody wears the right side up. So why can't I flip it upside down, And, the officials didn't say anything. The coaches didn't say anything. So, I'm outside the box, and it kind of shows the young kids, younger generation, you don't have to fit to standards that people are telling you got to fit to. You can be outside the box. So I think it's a life lesson.
All right, so what does a typical day look like for you?
So now I'm only taking one class just because it's summer school. So I get up, I do a little bit of reading, eat breakfast, a little bit of reading before practice. So we'll practice either anywhere between 11 to 2:30. It just depends because it's summer school. So there's a lot of flexibility. So I'll do some schoolwork before I go to practice, get some lunch probably before practice, depending on what time. Go to practice, come back from practice, shower, and then just really relax, play video games. Just do anything outside of track. Just get my mind off of track and field, because for this next month, I have nationals and Olympic trials and, hopefully Olympic games. So I'm just trying to do everything non-track I can, just because it can be stressful, with, all the expectations. It doesn't bother me, but it's just I just don't want to just worry about it. I just want to just worry about other things. And, I watch TV, play video games, obviously watching NBA playoffs, but just do everything that is not focused on track.
So Xbox or PlayStation? PlayStation.
I'll never touch an Xbox day in my life.
This is my guy. Oh my God. Dream show. Some of y'all are gonna watch this and y'all gonna realize that B. Jones, this was my show. This is
whatever. So you got to give us your gamer tag once we get out here, because we got the PS5s, man. We need to do something.
Yeah, I got my PS5 in the mail right now. I actually have to. I had it mailed, and I had to get it rerouted to the Oregon hotel because I'm not gonna be here by the time it gets here. So I'm having my P5 for Olympic trials. So hopefully, locked in on that. So when we get to the track, I'm locked in on the track too.
All right. So what is the one thing that track has taught you that you can use in everyday life?
just kind of pushing forward. You're tired. You in practice, you're always tired. Workouts, or if you have a bad meet, it just shows you you don't give up. So say you have a real world job, right? And you're just tired. You wake up, you're tired. You just got to push through. You just got to keep pushing forward. You just got to keep moving, because the more you keep pushing forward, you realize, oh, it wasn't that bad. So just kind of keep moving forward, and kind of just shows you how important relationships are. How important a workplace environment, because track is a workplace environment. So the more friends and the more positive energy you have within the track team, the better you run, the better the team performs. Now in a job, if you work at let me think, I'm trying to think, place down here, Walmart, and all the cashiers hate you, you're not going to enjoy your time at work. But if the cashiers like you enjoy your time at work. It's not work, it's more fun. So I think just kind of implementing what you do in your sport into real world can really show a positive impact, as long as you do it the right way.
Yeah, me and Kevin struggle with that, liking your colleague, your coworker.
This is true. Now, this question is going to hurt, because I love the Florida Gators, but hey, I give LSU their props, and I got to give you your props. B. Jones, stop doing it. I take it all back. All right, I got 2 sons, and say that they get interested in track, and they're looking at LSU. Why should I consider LSU as a place to send my son to run track?
I would say not just LSU, any school that's willing to pay them full scholarship, because at the end of the day, it's very hard to do what I do, just personally, just progress. This is not going to happen to every athlete. So the first thing you do as a father is figure out how much they're going to get how they're going to get school paid for. No matter if they go to HBCU, whatever school, worry about how they're getting school paid for. Then you can figure out the prestigious of the school. Now, if USC is going to give your son a full scholarship, do it. Now if they have problems with they don't like the school, or there's some type they want to transfer, that's cool, but just make sure you get school paid for, because that's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest thing, and definitely in today's world and how expensive tuition is, get school paid for. Now, I'm not saying come to LSU, I'm not saying go to Florida, I'm saying go everywhere that person feels like it's home, and they feel that they have a good relationship with the coach and teammates, because that's ultimately going to translate into how they perform on the track.
I say it for you, Terrance. Go to LSU. We got the best food. We got track stars like Terrance Laird in the building. And what's crazy is I was like following recruiting with Xavier Carter was a big time recruit, man. That's just that. Terrance, I gotta stop and ask you. This polish, man. This I don't know, what is it, Kev? Is it professionalism? What is it about this kid that is just light years? How old are you, Terrance?
I'll be 23 in October.
Man, you 23 going on 40. Your behavior is so buttoned up, man. Is this something ingrained in you naturally, or do you work at this?
I think it's just a combination of listening instead of speaking. So watching, kind of having an eagle eye on what everybody else does, and how people interact, and watching, athletes and just people in general, and seeing what they do, right, and seeing like the negative impact they get or positive impact. So if I do what they do right, then I'm gonna do well. And if I do the opposite, say like Kyrie Irving, right, complains about the racism and stuff like that with Boston, then he goes stomps on the Celtic, at half court. I feel like when you do things like that, those type of cryptic messages and different things, you get backlash. So if you just carry yourself as professionalist, and you just carry yourself a certain way, there's no backlash. There's no, man, Terrance on that podcast said he's gonna beat everybody at the Olympic trials. No, I'm just gonna go there and compete the best I can, and whatever happens, and you can't really change how you do that.
You know what? God, dog, this is so hard not to like you, man. Golly. Okay, I'm gonna go into this next question. Like, when I asked you the superhero question, I just knew you were gonna say the Flash.
I did too, Kev.
I thought you were gonna go to Flash. That's a long way of me saying this. This is my part where I get into your business. So you know about the Flash character, right?
Yeah.
Barry Allen. You know that he has a Iris West, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are there Iris West in your life?
So I'm not really too familiar with Flash. So that's a woman, right?
Yes, that's his wife.
Oh,
that's
yes. So yeah, I'm just making sure. Yes, my girlfriend actually, she competes for the University of Arkansas. She's from Venezuela. She's the national record holder in the hurdles, 60-meter hurdles and 110 hurdles. and 100-meter hurdles. So she's probably going to go to Tokyo as well for her country. So
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Terrance. I saw her. Beautiful young lady. Congratulations. You did well. You did well, sir. Arkansas is our #1 most rival track school. It's like y'all are the Monahues and the Capulets, man.
Well, what happened was she was trying to come to LSU, but we had too many sprint hurdlers on the women's side. So, there was no scholarship money. So she had to go somewhere where she got scholarship money.
Okay, so you guys were dating before SEC got involved in it.
No, so I knew her in JUCO. Back in 2019, I knew her in JUCO, and we were talking, friends and everything, and she was asking, where she wanted to go. I said she wanted to come to LSU. I said, well, I don't know if we have money, I was just being honest. And she talked to the coaches and said, we don't have any money. So then Coach Johnson, that I knew, that he used to coach at Penn State in the late 2000s, so he was very familiar with me. I knew Coach Johnson. And I said, ask her, see what's up with Arkansas, because I know they have a really good women's team. He's a really good coach, and they have a good, hurdle program. And she went there, and she qualified for the NCAA. So I'll see her in Oregon in about 5-6 days. And I think, the decision she made is kind of my decision. It was the best decision for her. If she would have came here, she would have ran fast. But I think going to Arkansas was the best decision for her. And just kind of one of those things like how I did. She went there, I went here, and I don't see it that way. I support Arkansas just because of her, and she loves the color purple, so she'll always support LSU. So I think it's a good thing for both of us, and especially with her going there, we're in the SEC, the best competition, the best of the best, and I think really pushes both of us.
Man, so where y'all kids gonna go? LSU, Arkansas?
If I have kids, I don't know. I can't say, I can't put that into existence just yet. But personally, if I have kids, I would say a school in Texas, because that's where I plan to live on after I leave LSU. So if I would say somewhere in Texas, just because I'm gonna be living in Texas.
Hey man, we got plenty of space out here in Dallas.
Yeah, whatever school is willing to give them a full scholarship and pay for their school, I'm all for it. And I also do plan on living in Dallas. I don't want to live in Houston. Dallas, Fort Worth area is definitely the place I live.
Oh, my man. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. You happy, Pete Jones? Go Tigers. I'm saying
Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Look, we got a smile out of them, Kev. Yeah. The fastest man on U.S. soil just smiled on our show, brother. I can retire. I can sail off into the sunset.
I'll be in Dallas in about approximately June. So when the Panthers play the Cowboys, I'll be in Dallas because one of my close friends I grew up with, Michael Parsons, they got drafted first round for the Cowboys.
That's right.
So I'll be there at that game. He got me some tickets. I'll go in. Chop it up. Because
there it is.
We went to Penn State together. And we just kept in touch. So we grew up together and everything. So I'm gonna be in Dallas
awesome.
for that.
All right, B, let's get to the fun part, man.
All right, well, you a competitor, right, Terrance? So championship rounds. You know what it's like, man. The last 25 meters in a race. Well, Kev and I, we compete. It's a sports show. It's a debate show. So Kev and I put together a preset of questions that we are going to ask you our remarks or statements, and you have to choose one. Have you ever played the game Would You Rather?
Yeah, I have.
All right, so the rules are going to be just like Would You Rather. They're very simple. You get an option from me, you get an option from Kevin. Select one of those options, and you can't manipulate it. You can't change it. You can ask us any question, but once you select it, just tell us a little bit why you chose that one option. All right? So for the fastest man in America, here we go. Championship rounds with Terrance Laird. Terrance, just to let you know, Kevin and I are tied up 12 games to 12 games. So this is a big game that could break that tie, and I couldn't have it any better.
Hey, I did say Go Tigers. I said Go Tigers earlier, so give me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely unbiased. Whatever one I feel better, I'm gonna pick.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. Would you rather go pro and earn over $20 million in 5 years, or
win a gold medal?
Win a gold medal.
Ooh.
Go Tigers.
Why is that, Terrance? Because Usain Bolt make about $20 million a year. You on that same trajectory?
Money can come and go. That medal will never come and go. It'll be there forever.
Righteous.
And I can make money off that medal. I can promote myself after that medal.
All right, here we go. You go first, Kev.
Oh, I know. I got that question. So yes, I go first. All right. Would you rather get a lifetime endorsement deal with Nike, or
would you rather get the Laird line of clothing from an up and coming brand? But it's Terrance the Lion Laird's own clothing line.
I would say up and coming.
Put your L's up. Let's go. LSU in the building. It's tired. I hate to put this kind of pressure on you because this last question ain't easy at all, my friend. And I hate I got to go first. All right, round number 3. Would you rather break Usain Bolt's record in the 200 meter or
be a part of the U.S. 4x1 team that breaks the world record?
200 for sure. 200 for sure.
You want to break Bolt's record?
I would say just relay. You don't get as much credit because it's 4 people. You know, it's not all you're doing. But you do that 200 records, it's all you. Nobody can take it back from you. You can say, oh, you got carried in a relay, or you know they had other teams had bad time passes. You know, 200 it's start to finish you. It's all you.
All right, so I got one last question for you. If you could have a dream race, this is not a would you rather. This is a dream race scenario. Who would you rather race against, Michael Johnson or Usain Bolt?
I would say Bolt for sure. Just because at some point he's gonna take off, and I just want to know if my body and my mind's gonna go with him. You know, I just want to know what's gonna happen.
Well, thank you, Terrance Laird, for crowning me the leader. 13 games to 12. I don't know. I don't even know how it just feels so good. I'm oozing from just. I got the hairs on my arms rising up, man. This is a very special episode.
I should have said go Tigers. That was my fault. I should have did it.
The problem with the up and coming Nike, you know, my always thing is supporting people at the bottom. So you said up and coming. You know, Nike's established. They don't need my help, but the up and coming, you know, is supporting people at the bottom. You know, so when you're at the bottom, you know, the more support you have, the bigger you get. You know, Nike at one point was the up and coming brand. So, you know,
no, Terrance, I'm messing with you, man. I'm having a good time. This is more towards B. Jones, not you, man. I like you. I don't like him, but I like you, Terrance. You all right with me, man.
All right, Terrance. So the name of the show is You Got Next. We've already talked a little bit about it, but the elephant in the room is very clear. You go to nationals, you have whatever success, but that's not the ultimate prize here, right? I know it's probably a bucket list item, but you go to the trials and to get to that Olympic goal, man. What does the future hold for Terrance Laird here?
So really my future is kind of just focus on nationals, focus on the next race, you know. It's kind of like LeBron, you know. He has the Suns. He can't think about getting to the NBA Finals. He got to get there first. So I think, you know, just taking it one day at a time, you know, making sure I prepare myself the best mentally, physically, and emotionally, and go out there and compete and, you know, represent LSU and myself in the nationals. And then, you know, whatever happens, and go, you know, move forward and, you know, learn from it. You know, and if I do well and win, obviously I want to win and I plan to win, but go out there and win, you know, then carry that momentum into trials. And then you win that game, just keep getting better and better and, you know, sharpen your tool each round. That's how I see.
What do you predict? What will be your dream number? I know, of course I know you want to beat 19.5, right? Mm-hmm. I know that was, what was you saying? Was this a 19.55 or
1919, which is, that's
1919.
That's very, I would say, untouchable. I would say for me, obviously X-Man's record, school record 63. That would definitely be on there. Collegiate record 69. But I think for me, more records are meant to be broken. And, you know, 3-4 years somebody could break my record. Just winning the title is more important than any record just because can't take it from you. You know, once it's etched in stone, it's there forever.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we're gonna be watching now. It was just brought to my attention. I mean, literally a couple of hours ago that you guys, when it comes to like nationals, LSU is going to pay for everything, your food, your hotel, everything you need. But when it comes to the Olympic trials, you guys are responsible for that. So do you have to get sponsors or how does that work?
So for the Olympic trials, LSU covers that as well.
Okay, so LSU, that's how good our program is. Okay.
So like every school across the country, if you qualify for the Olympic trials, I mean, schools will pay for that because you're promoting their school. You know, I had success at this school. I was able to get to the Olympic trials, you know, through the school. So I mean, it would just be kind of stupid if they didn't pay. You know, for now the Olympic Games, that's a little different story. The USATF, kind of like the NBA, but USATF, they'll pay for all that. You know, you get USA gear. You know, they'll fly you out first class. You know, all that hospitality, this and that. But for the most part, schools will pay for all that just because, you know, we've competed at the highest level and got to the highest stage in track and field. You know, why wouldn't we get rewarded? You know, I feel like the easy part. That's the cheapest part. So I feel like we did all this hard work, balancing school, track, and we got to this level. Why would you give up on us now? So I think if they did that, it'd be a lot of problems in that school.
Man, this is phenomenal, brother. You ready for this? You ready for this ride? I mean, you seem like it's no sweat. Like we couldn't rattle you.
To me, it's just another track meet. You can't make it anything more than it isn't. You just got to go there and line it up and compete, and do what we I've done all year. Just compete.
Man, that is awesome. Your story is phenomenal. Tell everybody how they can find you. Where can they get you on social media?
So I don't even know my Instagram, but I'm trying to figure out right now. So on Instagram, it's T Money, so like T Money.98, and then Twitter, I think it's pretty sure it's T Money the same way. But I'm really not on Twitter that much. I just on Instagram, and I try to one thing I've done on Instagram, I try to reach out to let kids ask me questions and different things. I try to respond as much as I possibly can, because I know when you're like, when I was younger, I was like, I wish I could ask this guy a question. So I know the kids, they're trying, get secret tips, but really in track and field, there's no tips. It's all natural. There's no like, football. Okay, what drills did you do to learn how to throw football for? Well, there's like, you do drills to get better. Track and field is just, it's really, if you got it, you don't got it. It's one of those things, it's if you got it, you don't got it. And I think that's one thing people have to realize, you can't just think you run fast. You got to work for it. And sometimes it's really natural talent. I'm a natural talent, and I try to tell that people all the time. There's nothing I do. I don't take performance-enhancing drugs. I don't take anything that, that's illegal. I just go to practice and work hard, and my natural talent takes over and pushes me and pushes me and pushes me.
When did it dawn upon you that you were a star, Terrance? When did it really hit you? Be honest with us. We know you're humble, and I know you're about to say, well, I don't consider myself a star. I got to keep working. I got to put one pants leg. I got to wake up. I know you got to give us the coach speak, right? But you're a star, man. And when did you recognize that you were different and you exploded onto the scene? You're doing something that's very rare. I
would say Penn State. When I ran Penn State, got Big Ten runner-up and made nationals as a freshman. And I really, I wasn't really like locked in like I'm now. I was like, I'm 18, 19 years old. I'm just here for the ride, and I think I went to nationals and got 12th, and that was like a really big learning because I really didn't do well. And I was like, wasn't depressed, but I was like, yeah, we're not doing this. I'm not going to feel that feeling again. So I think, at that point, and then they're going to JUCO, like, okay, new coaching. How am I going to do? JUCO's a different thing, Then going there and running well and doing well. So I feel like every time, I think like, oh, I'm not going to do well. I do well. So it's just like, when I doubt myself, I do well. So like LSU, I just never doubted myself, and I just kept working. And Coach Shaver, I think, kept it really, really simple. We just told me just go there and compete, and there's no like secret stuff we do. It's just, we just compete. We're doing everything else that everybody else in the country is doing. It's just practicing and competing. I just feel like we're just, LSU, we're just more mentally maybe locked in other schools and more mentally prepared. And that's just from the athletes. That's nothing the coaches tell us. I think it's just natural. And I think that's what separates us from other athletes. We're not better than them. I just think we take a little bit different approach to things, and that shows on the track and in the field.
Man, well, I haven't read anything. You guys have been the number one team in the nation, 9 out of 10 polls. The women have been the number one team in the nation throughout I don't see any way we don't bring home that hardware, man. And I'm wishing you the best of luck out there in Eugene, and as well as the trials and Tokyo as well. So any shout outs before we get out of here?
Shout out you guys. You gave me the invitation to come on here, and I appreciate it. Regardless of anybody, if you show love to me in a positive way, I'm gonna show love back. And I just think that's one thing, in this world, if you're positive, I'll be positive. If you're negative, I'll be negative. You kind of when in school you learn to go and treat others the way you want to be treated. You treated me the way I want to be treated, so I'm gonna reciprocate that back to you guys.
All right, man. So we'll be in that box seat with you at the Cowboys game.
Yeah. I'm definitely with COVID and everything. We probably link it up, have a little reunion. God know for that
there
point.
It is, man.
COVID shouldn't be that prominent at that point. So I think link it up. And I've never been to Dallas before, so show me around, put me on some good food.
We got you. Hey, we got you, Terrance. We got you, man. I'm already planning out some of these festivities we gonna do, man. Well, listen, Terrance Laird. Without any doubt, with every square inch of my body, you got next, sir. SLT Nation, We are going to put you on our back and carry you wherever you want to go, man. You got our support. We're going to tag you, follow you. We're going to show up and we're going to show out and root you all the way to gold medal, my friend. And we want to thank you for coming on to the show. You gave us a chance. You gave us an opportunity. And we appreciate that. And for all of you who sat and rocked with us for the last 40 minutes, we want to thank you as well, because we know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right here with the Sports Life Talk crew. Remember, Kev and I, we go live Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. We stream on Facebook and YouTube with the whole crew. It's a fun show. It's a laugh out loud time. We talk about sports, relationships, fashion. It doesn't matter. We talk about everything. It's simply hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified, or follow us on IG at SportsLifeTalk.com. at SportsLifeTalk. Kev, you got anything you want to say? This is your last chance, man, to talk to the future superstar, the future face of American track, man.
He kind of let me down in that championship round, man. But hey, we wish you nothing but success. Hey, can't wait till you come to Dallas so we can meet you. Hey, on the burger, I even get you one with some cheese on it, man. That's how I'm gonna do you.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, it's been another episode. Y'all know what to do. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. We love y'all. Y'all take care of one another, and we will look forward to seeing y'all again on Sports Life Talk. You got next. Yeet!
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a giant in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe, she clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist, when I get it, you already know the vibe, it's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in the yo into the AM, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she wanna vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippi's. Big dog since a jit, know I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. But boy, lame girl, funny how the two mix. So I got them uptight, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on them. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying no Gucci or Prada. That shit my man, and it's proof for her, solid. Drip the finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand, I designed it. Whole gang got a wrist spring cause I iced it. No name in my domain, I'm the nicest. Night game, know I used to dream of the diamond. Two bad things I'm in between like a hyphen. Drip when I pull up to the